Well, they called it the Trump dossier during the campaign. A lot of very lascivious allegations back and forth, salacious stuff that they never really verified, never really substantiated. But the guy who was getting interested in it was apparently sharing it with the Obama White House at the time. The Washington Examiner's Byron York on what we're looking at here. Byron.
Hi, Neil. What we're finding out is that knowledge of the dossier went up much higher in the Obama administration than we knew of. We knew that Christopher Steele, he's that former British spy who compiled the dossier for the Clinton campaign. We knew that he had taken it to the FBI. He actually took it in installments. He took the first installment to the FBI in maybe July of 2016. And I think a lot of us thought that maybe somehow that just stayed contained inside the FBI. But the news now is that it did not, and that the person at the very highest levels of the Justice Department met with Christopher Steele, also met with Glenn Simpson of that firm Fusion GPS that put the dossier together. So what we know now is that knowledge of the dossier went all the way up to what's called the Associate Deputy Attorney General level, which is right next to the number 2 person in the Justice Department. At that time, it was Sally Yates. Remember her?
Sure.
She's the one that the president fired because she defied him on his executive order, later became a very anti-Trump public voice.
So in the end, what happened to Bruce Orr?
Well, he's still there. He actually had 2 jobs. One was this Associate Deputy Attorney General job. The other was head of an anti-drug task force. And the Justice Department, when they found out about this, and we're talking yesterday or the day before, they demoted him. They took him out of that Associate Deputy Attorney General job and put him all the time in the drug enforcement job.
It certainly doesn't look good, to put it mildly. Is there anything illegal about what happened here?
Well, we still have to find out a lot about the dossier. Remember, we all used to ask who paid for it. Well, we now know it was the Democrats. But a big question that has been asked is, was the dossier used when the Justice Department or the FBI applied for a permission to wiretap an American? Did they use the dossier, which was sensational and unverified? Did they use it as evidence to support being granted that authority to wiretap? That we don't know. So there are serious aspects of the whole dossier affair that we don't know yet.
You know, all of this stuff, they say, oh, this happens in politics all the time. And when people, if the roles were reversed and this was stuff that was being, dug up on the other camp, that camp would make a big deal of it and all. But who else would have known this then? I mean, if he was there and sharing it with folks, do we know whether it went all the way up, for example, to President Obama himself?
We don't know. But we didn't know that it went so high in the Justice Department until a couple of days ago. James Rosen reported it here on Fox. And so right now you just have to think, well, gee, if it went up to Bruce Orr, an official right below the Deputy Attorney General, Sally Yates, his office was just steps away from hers. Did she really not know about it? And if she didn't know about it, what about the Attorney General, Loretta Lynch? So we don't know this, but we have some investigators on Capitol Hill who are pretty determined to find out more about this, so we may learn it in the future.
All right, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Byron York,
thank you, Neil,
of the Washington Examiner. All right. Well, they had promised in